Yeah, I didn't.
Last week, dude?
Yeah, yeah, we did.
Well, hold on. Oh, wait, never mind. All right, you're good.
What's that noise? You hear that?
It just like started.
You have your fan on again, Rory?
No. The AC's on here, but
Is that just, dude? That might just be the. Do you hear what I'm talking about, Lovey?
It's so faint. I mean, isn't that just the normal background?
Maybe. Just roll.
I can't really hear it unless I'm thinking about it, or if I have. I don't know. I feel like it's normal background.
Okay. Yo. Welcome back to the Out of the Box Show. I'm John Wallace alongside my co-hosts James Luffy and Rory Luke, and this is a packed show. This is going to be an absolutely packed show. We had some massive breaking news coming out of the LSU football program. We're going to break down the LSU quarterback battle. It's thinning out. That's part of the breaking news. A little teaser for the episode. We are going to give an update on how the team's looking. Heading, we're what, Rory? How many days? It's like 2.5 weeks away from first kickoff in the dome. Gonna be sick. Bought my tickets.
2 weeks from Sunday. So yeah, you're right. 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. We're ready to roll. Pack show. We're gonna break down the quarterbacks. But before we do all that, I want to give a huge shout out to the Boot Crew Media Network. Was out at the Boot Crew Media golf tournament this past Friday. It was a fantastic time. I was the witness for the $10,000 cash prize, hole in one hole. Nobody did it. I was trying to cut some deals.
How long was the hole?
It was 165 to 170. I actually had a guy call me a liar. He goes, "How far is it?" I said 165, and he goes, "Well, my depth reader is reading 172," and I'm like, he's like, "No wonder nobody's hit a hole in one," and he was serious.
Was it slope adjusted?
Huh?
Was it slope adjusted?
No, I don't know.
Come on, engineer.
I should have asked him. I was using my eyes, and I was drinking beer at like 8 a.m. So I didn't know. I mean, I didn't step it out, that's for sure. But all that to say, the guys at Boot Crew Media absolutely killed the golf tournament. There was a great turnout. They had like 30 teams. All the sponsors were good. The rain held off. The food was great. I couldn't make it to the after party at the Boot, but I heard it was awesome. So overall, just a great day. We definitely need to, and I think we could have won. Like, if we would have played, I think we could have won.
What was the winning score? Do you remember?
I do not. They announced it at the Boot, and I was not able to make it to the after party. Damn. But all that to say, it was a great time. I would definitely do it again. But yes, no hole-in-ones, so no free LSU gold for an Out the Box fan or a Boot Crew fan. Yeah, it was going to put us in the red for this year if we had to pay the $5.99 or $4.99 for that subscription. But shout out to the Boot Crew Media Network. Chris Calderera keeps coming with the countdown to kickoff columns. Make sure to check them out, bootcrewmedia.com, and on social media at Boot Crew Media. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Blaine Loop with Keller Williams Realty. The summer is coming to an end, and you need to find a new home to settle into for the fall and into the winter. Blaine knows houses that are perfect for that scenario. Blaine wants to be your friend, your neighbor, and your agent. Make sure to call or text him at 504-858-0031 for all your housing needs. We will see Blaine at a tailgate this year. I can pretty much promise you that. And if you see him, make sure to congratulate him for getting engaged recently. So, all right. We're gonna roll. We're gonna roll. There's so much to get to, and Rory's got to get to dinner. And Luffy, I think, might try to go hit some golf balls in the twilight hours. Or no, did you do that already?
No, I have to go to dinner as well.
Oh wow. And yeah, I guess I just have to pull through Taco Bell on the way home and go watch a few episodes of The Wire by myself. So I hope y'all have a great time at dinner. I hope y'all have a great time at y'all's respective dinners that I will not be at. But I guess it only makes sense to start off the show with the news that broke earlier this week. That recurring guest on the Out of the Box podcast, great guy, one of the longest tenured quarterbacks in LSU history. Mr. Miles Brennan is stepping away from the game. He's hanging up the cleats. He is turning in his cleats and his badge and his helmet for what I assume is going to be the deer stand, a fishing pole, and probably a pretty good job. He's joining the chair force. So we'll go ahead and kind of get y'all's thoughts on that. Luffy, I know you're close with him. Rory, you were on the team with Miles at a time. So I guess initial thoughts. Did we see this coming? What does this mean for the quarterback battle going forward? We can kind of get into that in the off the chart segment, but initial thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I think he saw the writing on the wall. He was getting third string reps by everyone's account who's been at practice, and I don't think you want to sit around and be the third string quarterback. And I know it. I don't blame him. I mean, you got to do what's best for you. You got to start his own life doing whatever he might do. And he probably just, I mean, what is that? What would you say the hours in a day would be, Rory? 14, 15 hours a day for football dedication during the season? It's a lot,
I mean, it's definitely like at least. I mean, if you're not going to school, which I mean, he would go to like grad school. I mean, it's at least like probably 8 to 9 pure football hours before you even talk about what you do at home and watch film. So I mean, or class.
Yes, I mean it's
definitely like 12 hours.
It's a lot of time if he's not going to continue to play football, which I don't think he is, to put in. That's a lot of time, and he wasn't going to be the starter. I think that was pretty clear, and I think after that he decided it was just time to hang him up.
I mean, the thing is, greatness knows how to make an exit. You go out on top. He went out, I guess, on top. He wasn't gonna have his legacy tarnished by third string year, so he just goes out on top.
I think there is kind of an old school attitude, and I would say not in this scenario, but most of my attitude is to stick through like hardships and to persevere. And there is a faction of people out there, probably a little bit older of a crowd, that would say, "Oh, he gave up on the Tigers. He's quitting. He's for whatever word you want to use." And to that, I would just say, how much can you take after all you've been through at LSU, right? I mean, the dude has been around through numerous coaching changes, multiple head coaching changes, multiple offensive coordinators. He's had multiple injuries that I can't even imagine sustaining. And I think you're right, Luffy. I mean, to sit there, I mean, I don't think he's leaving with a sour attitude. I mean, I think he just got dealt a really rough and up and down hand at LSU, and to chalk it up to it just wasn't meant to be is about all you can do. And I think Scott Rabelais said it best. LSU, all they owed him was a chance to compete for the spot, right? If he would have transferred a couple months ago when he was thinking about entering the transfer portal, I think there was rumors he was going to Southern Miss. He might have gotten to play another year of football and whatnot, maybe be the starter, but he finished what he started. And I tremendous respect to him for sticking through it, and it just wasn't meant to be, and it sucks.
Yeah, I mean it does suck. As far as the quitter point, like Moscona went on Jake Crane's show. I don't know if you saw these clips, but Crane was kind of playing that point, and Moscona was not happy about it. He just kind of went through that whole thing. I mean, 3 coaches, 5 or 6 if you're counting Joe Brady, offense coordinators. That's it was definitely a strange journey, and the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows at LSU. I mean, won a national championship, won a ring. But yeah, I mean, I don't think can continue to sacrifice his body and possibly get hurt again in practice as the third string QB and have to rehab for another year while he's trying to start his actual life or something like that. I mean, it just, it probably didn't make sense. And, LSU's third string quarterback has played each of the last 3 years, or 2 years. So it is, important to have depth there, but we'll get into the two quarterbacks in a second.
Yeah, and just my last point is that if he would have left a few months ago, now granted, he had been at LSU for 5 years at this point. If he would have left, transferred and gone and played somewhere else, I would have less respect for him than I did. Not like I have tons of respect for him. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I have more respect for him for staying, coming back, competing, and realizing, mutually between Coach Kelly and him and just the program and the sport that it's just time to hang it up. Nobody wants to hang it up, whenever you can. And there's most of the time not a storybook ending to cap off a career. You mentioned Moscona Lafayette. I believe his point all week is like not everybody gets the Matt Flynn gets to raise the trophy at the end of his career, wait it out, and win the position. It just doesn't always work out, and it sucks. But props to Miles Brennan for sticking it out way longer than anybody else would have.
Yep. So,
and, I mean, I think that nobody can, like y'all said, nobody should sit here and say that he's a quitter or that he did anything wrong. I mean, he's always handled himself with class at LSU, national champion. Like, you can't take that away from him. Doesn't matter. And all around, just like great person, great guy. He will be, he won't be remembered for like stuff that he did on the field for LSU, but people will remember Miles Brennan.
Yeah, I mean, his teammates too. Everybody tweeting at him, old teammates, guys that are in the NFL right now tweeting. Rory
didn't send a tweet out to him, but players like Rory.
Yes, exactly. And
I thought about
so I mean, he was obviously a well-liked guy on the team, and built a lot of relationships in that program, and it's pretty much seen it all. Like, you'd think he'd make a pretty damn good coach after all the different systems that he's learned and been in. He probably has a ton of football knowledge. But to clean up that little segment, Workbox LLC, I played golf with Martin this weekend. I had to make him turn off his phone because it was a Saturday morning, so he could stop answering calls. But if you need him, you call him any other time except for whenever I'm playing golf with him. You call him at 225-343-4886. You call Workbox. You ask for Martin if you need a portable office, a portable restroom rental, roll-off dumpster, storage container, and the cleanest porta potties in Louisiana. If you're redoing a house, if you're about to build a house, you're going to need a porta potty, you're going to need a dumpster. Call Martin at Workbox at 225-343-4886. They are Louisiana's leader in construction, industrial, and residential services. Call Workbox LLC at 225-343-4886.
I'm pretty sure Workbox has an ad going on 104.5.
They do.
Okay? Yeah, I thought I heard that today. I was like, wait, did they just
remember I said a couple weeks ago that I heard Jimmy Ott do his review, and I kind of thought ours was better.
No doubt. Yeah. That's why I thought about it. I kind of did a double take at my desk today. But all right, so I guess kind of leading right into it, the news of Miles Brennan's departure kind of gives a little more clarity to the quarterback battle. It's essentially down to two, Jaden Daniels and Garrett Nussmeier with Walker Howard. A quick thing on Walker Howard, from what I'm hearing, like, the potential is seen from him. Like, it is very clear that he will be a starter at LSU.
I don't know if I've said this on this show about Walker Howard, but whenever I watch him go through the passing drills, he kind of looks like the best one to me. Like, he's obviously hasn't been with the ones and the videos we've seen. It's been Daniels and Nuss with the ones, but he looks great throwing against the air and like the arm talent stuff. It gets me very excited. Rory, anything on your boy Walk?
I mean, I think that, like what you said, I think the talent's definitely there, obviously. Again, I mean, it's just a far ways away, you know. Quarterbacks are weird.
Yep.
Obviously, you want him to start at LSU, but it's just so hard to, you know, predict the quarterback and what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely true, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens once this year is over, because it looks like as of now, I mean, I don't know if y'all agree, but Jaden Daniels seems to be getting the majority of the first string reps. It seems like today everyone was kind of saying it was 80-20 between him and Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I've heard that he definitely has the edge, right?
Yeah. And I mean, who knows? Because we might go to practice on Saturday and see Nuss get 80% and Daniels get 20%, because Nuss kind of had that ankle injury that maybe set him back some.
Subtle flex right there.
Yeah, shout out. We'll be at practice this Saturday.
We will be at practice Saturday.
Fully credentialed. We were going to drop that at some point, but I'm stoked. I didn't get to go with y'all last year. I've never seen anything like what I'm going to see on Saturday, so I'm stoked to see that.
It is very fun. We had a great time last year.
It's in Tiger Stadium, so
that's
it should be
nuts. Do I bring do I bring like?
Well, John,
you might not get
a metal detector with that rod in your back.
Well, there's two, so two rods. And I get through going to football games, so I think we'll be good.
I don't think it's open to the media.
No,
well, apparently it is. We're like a Trojan horse. We're going in.
We are like a Trojan horse.
Yeah, they won't let us use our phones. I do know that.
Yeah.
You
well,
can't
I got that in the email that no phone, no video or recording at all.
But they're cool. Like last year, I was able to take some notes on my phone kind of while we were there. I didn't pull it out much, but because I didn't want them to like think we were videoing, and we were like the only people there last year during that practice that we went to.
Mm-hmm. I think there'll be a few more people there.
Yeah, there'll be more people definitely this year as far as
It was more of like, I mean, last year we just saw like a regular practice. And so we'll see like a scrimmage type.
John, you might have to wear pads because me and Rory almost got taken out last year.
No, I mean, seriously, do I need to like bring anything protective? Do I need to pack a lunch? Is the concession stand going to be open? Like, I don't know what I'm walking into.
They're going to have to sign an insurance policy.
Anytime you come to practice, John, you have to pack a lunch.
Dude, what if they were like having a play towards like the sideline and they like ran into me and I just didn't like move and I just dropped whoever was coming towards the sideline in full pads, unfazed,
signed to a full scholarship the next day.
Yeah, and then next thing I know, I'm number 0. Or no, I won't be 0.
00.
I'll be double. I'll be number 100 for the first time. But anyway, I do think the quarterback battle. I think, like you said, Lovey, Jaden Daniels has the edge at this point. Anything can happen. Anything can change. You can roll your ankle, and then all of a sudden, the other guy wins the job. And we've seen that. We've seen that happen before. Like once, all that matters, like you can practice well and you can have a great fall and a great spring and all that. But once you step on the field on September 4th and you show that you can handle it and you can show up in big moments, the job's yours until you lose it.
Yeah, and I think a big reason that you saw Miles left and that he was running with the third string is because Nuss and Daniels. Now Daniels ran 21 miles an hour. That's been all over. But Nuss and Daniels both move really well, and I think the offense will be catered like basically the same to the two of them. And I think that's why they're going to be able to split those first team reps up and kind of like come in with almost no change to the game plan. I don't know if you would agree with that, Rory, because I think that Nuss and Daniels just were moving a lot faster than Miles.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at Jane Daniels' stats. Last year he ran for over 700 yards, and the last 2 years he's had a rush of over 50 yards. He moves for sure, and Nussmeier moves as well.
Yeah.
So he's not, and Miles is definitely the more stable-footed out of those three. And I mean, I agree. I think it was also scheme fit, and that's what Denenbrock likes. Jaden Daniels kind of fits that Desmond Ritter type.
Yep.
The mobile kind of quarterback. Also, I mean, like you were saying, I think that it was, a 50-50 shot, and then Nussmeier, got a little hurt, and Jaden Daniels kind of just took over and kind of took the job from him. So I agree. I think it's going to be Daniels, who takes that first snap against Florida State. But my worry is, and I mean, I think I've expressed this before, is I just QB competitions worry me because, the first 3 and out that happens, people are going to be clamoring for Nussmeier. And so I really hope that, and I believe that he will, but I really hope that BK kind of puts his foot in the ground and just, names a starter, keeps that starter, no 2 quarterback system, none of that, like 1 starter for the year. If it gets really bad, then you reopen up the competition. Maybe Nussmeier starts.
Yeah, I mean, and say we barely beat Florida State or barely lose to Florida State, and Daniels has a solid game, but it's not great. And then the next week they both run with the ones during the game against Southern. I mean, I think that's definitely a possibility. Now, like you're saying, we'd hope that's not. Like, hopefully one guy or the other takes that spot and runs with it because, the old saying, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. So that does worry me, and people are gonna, clamor for whoever the guy is that's not playing. I feel like, I mean, that's kind of always how it's been here. I mean, people have always.
Dude, my brother-in-law does that every time we're watching a game. Put Nussmeier.
I mean, people would ask me. They'd be like, even when Burrow was here, they'd be like, "Well, why isn't Miles playing?" It's like, I mean, Burrow wasn't even really having bad games. It's just like people want the backup to play. Burrow. It's like, what do you? Yeah. In 18, people are like,
grass is greener.
Yeah, the grass is always greener. So, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of that this year with the guys, seemingly in a pretty tight competition. But, I mean, I think I'm pretty confident in either one, and you want to have 2 that because it, running the ball in the SEC is a dangerous sport. So. I do think both guys will. I do think Nuss will play and play with the ones in that second game, no matter what.
I wouldn't be surprised at that either. But I think even if we talk about all 3 quarterbacks, I think Jaden Daniels is the highest recruit coming out of high school. Top 50 player. Which Walker Howard was there, and then he fell a little bit. That's what typically happens to LSU players. But, I mean, Jaden Daniels was a guy that was, in the running for Pac-12 Player of the Year his freshman year, 2019, and just never kind of rekindled that fire of 2019.
Well, and, last year they had coaching issues.
Yeah.
They were kind of a mess. The O-line wasn't great. I saw his mom did like a video or like a live or something saying the O-line and the receivers really, weren't good. She kind of called him out, but it's a different breed. I think he said he learned that about what Louisiana wide receivers are legit or something like that in his press conference. So, and you know what? Everyone, has talked about his accuracy, and I know he worked hard on that this past summer. And, some of the throws we've seen him make in these videos, he made a really great touch throw to Kayshawn down the field. But really excited to see practice on Saturday because, we can watch the 7-second clip, but it's not conclusive, really. It's going to be really fun, and I'm assuming they'll have, it'll be a pretty live scrimmage.
Yeah. What is your Saturday will be pretty much 2 weeks from game day. So, I mean, you're probably going to get, they did have, I saw that they had like one-on-one periods today, but that's usual for a Wednesday practice. I'd assume this week is like a game week for them. That's how it usually works. Is this week's going to be a game week, and then they'll treat next week almost like it was a bye week before the first week of Florida State. It's how we've done it in the past. So I assume Saturday we're going to get some 1v1 action and see him sling it. I'm also interested to see, the sidelines and who's commanding. When you have a quarterback battle, a lot can be said by who's commanding the sidelines, who's commanding the huddle, who are the players responding to, who are they following. I think, that leadership ability is important, and the guys are going to show, a team in every quarterback battle or every position battle, especially a quarterback is just such an important position. The team has an idea. There's a general idea on that team that probably 80 or 90 of the players agree with of who they want starting on day one. Is that always what starts? No, but
I think this is with both guys. I feel like the team would get behind. It seems like you heard throughout the summer the team really likes Nuss, and then Daniels had some of the receivers out to California, where he's from, and they were running through workouts and drills and everything. So I do feel good about the team getting behind either guy with both these guys. I mean, Nuss is always making videos with all the receivers, like TikToks and all that come up on Twitter. So I do feel good about the team, getting behind either guy. And it seemed like the team really played hard for Nuss last year when he did play.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited either way. Excited for football to come back.
And to talk about Nuss's last start, I guess there's only one, it was like a one possession for Max, and then Nuss came in and basically started the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I just can't judge him off that game with that staff and everything that was changing, and knowing you're probably going to go in and play the rest of the game, but you're not really sure. And against a team that's defense was playing pretty well that season. And so I can't really judge him off that one game. And a lot of people, it seems like, are on Twitter and wherever you read your LSU news. But I would, fresh slate for him if he does play.
Is that the game we were in the end zone, Luffy?
Was that Arkansas?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
disappointing.
That
we tried not to win that game.
There was just literally it was chaos. Yeah. It just felt like chaos, and how you got the lame duck coach that's just like trying to fire up guys that really just don't care at that point, other than us trying to win the job. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna have my sunscreen on Saturday. I guess I might get hungry during it. I might try to bring some popcorn in my pocket or something.
Y'all got the stands open? Where's the Tiger Dog at?
Just bring a beer onto the field and watch practice.
John, walk in with like a little Arctic backpack.
Y'all are gonna turn around. Y'all are gonna turn around. Y'all are gonna be like, "Where's John?" And you're gonna see me up in like the Tiger deck.
I have a camo ice chest backpack. You can walk right in. No one will ever see it.
Yeah, it's camo. You can't see it.
John's just going up to the 600 section just to feel it.
With the binoculars.
Yeah.
You're gonna see me. I'm gonna be sitting up in the Stadium Club suite, like Jerry. They always pan to like Jerry Jones at Jerry World. I'll be up there or whatever that coach was, or the owner of the Raiders was up there eating chicken wings during a game or something. So you'll just turn around and see me up there. If you don't see me, if you don't see me right by you, just look up towards the suites, and I guarantee I'll be there. But all that to say, I think that was a pretty good breakdown of what's going on. The Miles Brennan news provides a lot of clarity. It just kind of cleans it up, for lack of a better word. But
you're gonna be like McConaughey firing up the team.
Dude, what if I say, all right, everyone gather around, we're gonna give you all a pump up speech. I'll tell y'all a quick story. I gave the pump up speech you can ask the guys that I went to elementary school with, but I quit playing football in 8th grade because I knew I wasn't going to make it in high school football, and I had injuries and whatnot. But I went up to them, and I would normally do what time is it? Game time. What time is it? And my voice cracked a lot, whatever, no surprise there. But I walked up on the last game. I said, look, guys, I really need y'all to run up the score in this game so I get to play in the last time. I get to play a competitive game of football. Like I put on the pads, I said, I really need y'all to score a lot of points because I'm not going to get to play in my last game otherwise. And I know this is the last time I'm playing like organized football. So, and then we fired them up. They ran up the score, and I got to play like 3 or 4 plays. So, all right. Let's get to DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Use promo code BOOT. That's promo code BOOT, BOOT. Get your free bets. I don't even know what the free bet is anymore. DraftKings offers so many free bets that you just have to log on, get your promo code BOOT, and find out. DraftKings was, I believe they kind of helped sponsor the Boot Crew Media Golf Tournament this past Friday as well. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, promo code BOOT. And as I pull up the stuff that I'm required to read, Rory, are you going out to dinner or are you cooking for yourself and your significant others and John James?
I'm going out to dinner. That's why, the time was essential.
Where are you going? It's okay. You're gonna go before this drops. So
yeah, it's true. I don't want people, meeting me there, trying to, harass me.
Fans asking for a picture. How aggravating would that be?
Yeah, terrible. I don't know. I'm thinking Mexican, a little queso chips, probably fill up on the chips, as usual. But that's what I'm feeling right now.
Luffy, are you cooking some fajitas tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm cooking for you, John.
All right, I can't find the required stuff for me. Is this a surprise dinner?
Yes. Candlelit.
You have a private chef?
Yeah.
All of Kings. I'm throwing another hundo on LSU over 7 wins. This 2.5 weeks out, kind of bird's eye view, and the fact that we're going to practice just makes me more pumped. I might just say, I'll say it right now, I'm going to throw $100 each week leading up to the season. So that's 3 more podcasts, including this one, that I'm going to throw a hundo on LSU over 7.
All right, I have a golf pick. I'm going to tweet out my pick right now. So hopefully you'll see it before the tournament starts tomorrow at like 7 a.m.
I'm looking at a little SEC action, and the SEC East. I mean, I understand, it's SEC beast. As we all know it, Georgia is easily the best team, but there's just some value there. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of again, I might like I did my Heisman, I might be taking 2 here. I really kind of like Kentucky at plus 1,200. I mean, I see a world where Kentucky could win the SEC East? You really don't even have to beat Georgia. You just have to beat the team that beats Georgia and hope that you get the tiebreaker. I think that Georgia coming off the national championship high, probably nothing but not at all a lock at minus 550. So I kind of like Kentucky plus 1200. Also, I like a tickler, a little tickler on, and this as well goes with my Heisman, South Carolina plus 4,000.
Interesting. Haven't you mentioned that before?
I haven't mentioned South Carolina plus 4,000, but
you're a Beamer guy.
But I did have Spencer Rattler in my Heisman. Maybe
that's what it was.
I mean, Spencer Rattler at plus 8,000. Can you parlay that? Let's see. We're about to find out.
Probably not. Maybe you can.
If you could parlay plus 8,000 South Carolina and plus 4,000, no, I can't parlay it. But I mean, that would be some pretty solid odds because, if one of those happens, the other one probably happens. I think there's a chance Spencer Rattler just plays like that 5-star he is and can maybe, I don't know, beat Georgia and take South Carolina SEC East championship. The thing is, there's just so much value on anybody but Georgia. And I don't think that Georgia is, a lock, key, seal it up, kiss it, throw it away, throw it in the lake. I really don't. I think that somebody could be the SEC East champion besides Georgia.
All righty. Well, I think that about does it for the House Always Wins segment, presented by the House Bar in Tigerland. You thought we were going to forget them, didn't you? Nope. The answer is no. We will never forget about the House Bar in Tigerland. We're ready for tailgate season. We're about, 3.5 weeks. If we're 2.5 weeks away from the LSU's first game, then we're 3.5 weeks from their first home game. We are planning on putting a tailgate together for that. And the House Bar in Tigerland is going to help us out. Shout out to the House Bar in Tigerland on Twitter at Tigerland House and on Facebook and Instagram at House in Tigerland. School starts Monday. You know what that means. The first 3 weeks of college don't mean anything. Nobody goes to class. You're not going to have any tests in the first 3 weeks. Head on over to the House Bar in Tigerland. You can pretty much go over there every night. Their hours are on their social media and on thehouseintigerland.com. Shout out to the House Bar in Tigerland. All right. Also, shout out to DraftKings, Blaine Loop with Keller Williams Realty. Also want you to know the Keller Williams and Equal Opportunity Housing Partner, each office independently owned and operated. Workbox LLC and our boy Martine. The Boot Crew Media Network. Shout out the Boot Crew Media Network, bootcrewmedia.com, and on social media at Boot Crew Media. All right. Well, I guess I better head on to Taco Bell to get my cheesy gordita crunch and my always throwing a Doritos taco over there.
Yeah.
And that Dollar Cravings menu, they got some pretty good burritos.
Yeah, you can get the cheesy Chipotle chicken.
Yeah,
or something like that for $1 or $2. Yeah, that's a go-to.
Yes, and I am upset that they're not doing the Mexican pizzas anymore, but life goes on.
Those lasted. I get everywhere ever just sold out. Also, Mets just brought up prospect Brett Baty, Baty, I'm not sure how to spell it. I mean, how to pronounce it, but first at bat ever, he just hit a home run. That's a welcome to the big leagues.
Wow!
Shout out Mets.
Wow!
Best team in New York.
I'm tweeting my pick now. It's a lock, by the way.
All right.
Wait,
all right.
I can't not find emojis.
All right. Wait, let me end it.